Good morning, everybody in the comments out there. Welcome to the Daily Dish with Ronnie Bradley. That's me, and I have a special guest coming on board today. I hope everybody's excited. If you're coming in and watching the replay, check out the timer. There's a countdown for when the show will actually begin. One of the reasons I do that is because the show often starts with some type of an ad, and so do that. But hopefully we're getting people. Let's check out the chat. We've got a comments section already happening, so we're going to see who's in here this morning. Welcome in everybody. Manny Uncanny is in the house. Cedar Fair Entertainment, the monopoly of theme parks. Knots will stay knots, and we'll have people tied in knots. You know, back in my day, it could have been called Don Knott's Berry Farm. And I would have been totally okay with that, because I love Don Knotts. Let me see if I can find the story I want to find the next 3.5 minutes. Howdy, Hitchhiking Bones. Howdy, y'all. Howdy. Good morning, Manny Uncanny. Good morning. Rhonda 8 is in the house. We got all our mods coming in. That's great. Wonderful. 3 minutes. I'm running a little bit behind this morning in getting things set up, but should be plenty of news about this, and we're going to find something good. Something good. You know, I've got to get my default search engine off of Bing. I don't want it to be Bing. I don't want it to be Google. I want it to be DuckDuckGo, and I got to set that up. I get so behind sometimes in some of all the setups for this stuff. Let me go check out this story here. I'm not sure how it's going to come up when I put it on the screen because of all of the tickets. Am I hearing myself in the background? Yesterday we had internet issues. I hope we don't have those today. I don't know if we will. Hopefully we're good. Hopefully we are good. What's going on here, StreamYard? Let me check. We got 9 people in the house. Let's see. We got Rhonda H. We've got Bones. We've got Hitchhiking Bones. We got Manny Uncanny. And a good morning to my beautiful wife, Virginia Bradley, who is a room over. Oh, it looks like we're going in about 1 minute. This is exciting stuff. And I am seeing at least, perhaps there's people wandering in the background. That's fine. If you're lurking in the background, that's fine. Hey, everybody coming into the stream, if you don't mind giving us a like, hit that thumbs up, and we will be redirecting over to Culture Casino after this show. So he usually starts sometime around 10:40, sometimes 10:35. His show is scheduled for 10:45, but he'll start a little bit early like this as well. So everybody's saying morning to each other. Eric, Chris, hey, what's up? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the house. 9 seconds. Uh-oh. Zero seconds. It's time to go. All right, everybody. Hold on to your hats and let me get this intro started, shall we? All right, here we go, everybody. It's not 4:50. It's not really the countdown. It is showtime.
3, 2, 1, fly. Cool.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome back, Fun Fam. And if you're brand new to the channel, welcome in to Follow the Bradley's Fun. That's me. That's not just me. It's my whole family. It is my beautiful wife, Virginia, who's out there in the audience today. And it's our son, Xander, sometimes Zeb, sometimes Mama, sometimes Mimi. There's a whole bunch of Bradleys out there who are connected to this family. So thank you so much. I have seen something in the chat that I want to address before we get started. If you don't mind, on your way in, if you could click that like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead and subscribe and click that notifications bell, because when you click it, you stick it to the YouTube algorithm and you'll get notified of all of our uploads here at Follow the Bradley's Fun. So we are going to address something real quick. Just want to say a prayer. Everybody, if you're in the chat, please say a prayer for Mr. Fulton Mraz. It says, good morning, everyone. I got hit by a car accident yesterday morning, and I was at the doctor's at urgent care, and I got a sprain on my right wrist and bruised my knees. Keep me in your prayers for me. I will definitely pray for you. And please, everyone else who is in the chat, if we could hit prayers for Mr. Fulton Mraz, we would appreciate that. Welcome in Maritza's Yarn and Crafts. We've got Manny Uncanny in the house. We've got Hitchhiking Bones in the house. And we are all praying for Mr. Fulton Mraz. Hitchhiking Bones also says rip, rest in peace to Splash Mountain. But it's over in Tokyo. You can see it there. We also got Eric Friss in the house. Good morning. And my beautiful wife, Virginia, says good morning to everyone. And speaking of good mornings to everyone, we have someone else that we want to bring on the stage with us today. And that is Mr. Matt Ankney, my cohort from St. Louis. Welcome in, Matt.
Thanks for having me, buddy. How's it going? Good morning.
Cheers. Good
Nice.
morning, everybody. Yeah. Good morning. Good morning. Have a toast.
Almost the holidays.
I got my captain.
We interestingly enough, we both have black and white mugs. Weird.
Yes, we do.
We both kind of have the same glasses. We're from the same city, everybody. So we're not related.
We are not brothers.
No, not at all.
Although my friends in radio say my brother from another mother.
Yeah.
Although if that were true, that would be weird. I'm doing great. How are you doing today? Yeah. The day is just starting. So usually at this point in the morning, I'm okay. It's funny because as I'm working on this show, this new format, this new show, I'm finding out that 5 minutes goes by so much faster at my age than it used to. And age. Oh, my wife told me to button this bottom button. I haven't buttoned it yet. Sorry, baby. Here you go. There's a button out. Time, obviously, is relative to age, and
Yes. Right.
and I'm thinking I've put 5 minutes on the clock, and it just goes by so ridiculously fast.
Time is
And I don't even know
probably
it. Team
not
Cap,
perceived
yes.
by us as it actually exists. It exists. Time exists. We probably don't
You know what?
perceive it. Well, when you're on a roller coaster, doesn't your sense of time kind of, isn't it different?
Well, I do notice. Okay, so for example, on Tron's a minute long, 59-second long track on Tron, from the time you hit to hey, good morning, Rover Boy. So you hit time. Oh, Rover Boy is a member. So Rover Boy, you want to hit all those member emojis? That's cool. Wow, you get on Tron versus Guardians of the Galaxy, and it's weird. Tron is really short, and it feels short. Guardians of the Galaxy, I want to say, is at least 2.5 minutes, but it feels longer. Possibly just because you're inside the entire time. Both rides are indoor roller coasters, but Tron is like a half indoor, half outdoor roller coaster. One thing I will say about Tron is since they put this canopy over Tron, you've probably seen the pictures of it and such. It's very, very beautiful at night, the canopy. It lights up and does all these cool things. My thought is, if they can put a canopy over Tron, is there some reason they can't put some type of a canopy over that new outdoor mall grass area that they put in Epcot for the show? I mean, they've got in front of the Communicore building there now, the Communicore Hall that looks like a cafeteria. They have just this AstroTurf area where people sit outdoors without anything over them in 100-degree heat to watch a 20-minute long show.
Right.
People watch Encanto.
Yeah.
It's not even not live singing or anything. That's weird.
Imagine being a resident of Great Britain where you rarely ever see the sun in your life. And you've waited 6 months to a year to come to the United States, and you need shade. Not everybody can withstand it. Yeah, I hear you, man.
There is something that I was reminded of just now, that I want to check out if I can find it, and I'm gonna search for it real quick to see if I can find. What was it called? It's called something about Red, Rescuing Red. I don't know. I'm going to see if I can find it. It's a movie that I didn't know about. I'm going to address it real quick before we get to the Six Flags story. The Six Flags is the headline of the day. It is Six Flags merging with here it is, Red One. Okay, I found it. I found it officially, at least the UK and Ireland trailer. I'm going to bring this up. Let's see if we can find it. We'll share this tab. And let's see. Here we go.
Yesterday, while Ron is doing this, he said, you mentioned you wanted some shade for a ride. I was in the Ozarks, and there was a house, and I don't know why, they built a giant metal shed roof shelter that went entirely over the house, and I don't think they'll ever need a roof again. So they themselves invested in shade. I think it's a trend in America.
See, I mean, at least some people are smart enough to invest in shade. Let me see if I can turn on. Yeah, turn on shade. I need to. Okay.
Do you have
I'm going to stop this for a second because I want to
shade is a precious commodity.
Shade where? Oh, that's true.
In the 21st century.
I want to yeah. It's getting hot. It's pretty hot. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna share this. Hopefully I don't get dinged with sound, but we're talking over it, so we're commenting on it as we go, and that should be fine. I'm gonna turn the volume down to pretty low, but I don't know. I don't know if you're aware of this. Are you aware of the movie Red One? Have you heard of it, Matt?
You know, I've seen the Big Red One. That's a military film from decades ago with a bunch of cool people. But no, I've never heard of this one. I've been out and about lately. I haven't been connected
This
to.
totally caught me by surprise as something that I saw, and I'm like, oh, I think I can actually get excited about this. It is a Christmas movie. It stars The Rock and Chris Evans, and I can't remember the other gentleman's. What's that?
Good combo.
Yeah, no, but it's not just that. It's also the gentleman I think that he plays. What's the character in Spider-Man? The reporter from the Daily Bugle, the chief of the Daily Bugle. He's also the insurance. I can't remember the actor's name. He's in everything. The guy that's in everything. Anyway, so we're gonna show this here.
He was in Mystery Man. He was the shoveler in Mystery Man. Oh no, he wasn't the shoveler.
So this is from an Amazon company. I didn't realize that, MGM, and we're gonna watch this. This is the Red One official Christmas trailer, and it looks pretty original. That's what I liked about it. This is a Christmas movie with a different take.
Jeff Bezos still. Doesn't this make you miss the MCU? Not that I don't want to stop this dead to start talking about how
you mean
America, but
2019 and before?
Yeah.
Do you mean the pre? Yeah. Well, I mean, the MCU is so convoluted and different now. They did something really unwise. You had a WandaVision that kept the story going. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, not a great show, but it kept the story going. And then they fizzled the whole story after that, and with like Eternals and all this other stuff, it became very convoluted. You can't follow anything anymore. Now there's too much.
Yeah,
I don't think they realized that. Well, I was going to say I don't think they realized that the release timing was correct in the 2010s. Like they go ahead. Yeah.
No, I know. I mean, we don't have the old Marvel. The old Marvel's gone. We have a new Marvel, and we can. I didn't want to get into that, but seeing all this now, even The Rock, they could have used The Rock in Marvel. That's J.K. Simmons as Santa. So let's go back to the trailer. We're getting way off track, but go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm going to stop it for that there, just so that we're not playing the entire trailer, and I want to try and make sure I don't get dinged later on.
Now, Lucy Liu,
I just wanted to make you aware of that, and the audience aware of that, because it kind of looks cool.
Lucy Liu looks like the boss, telling everybody.
Yes.
And
she's the head elf. She's Bernard.
He has a Suicide Squad feel, where Amanda Waller, the fictional character in the Suicide Squad, is their leader, tells them what to do in a general sense. And so it seems like they made a comic book movie for Christmas with Captain America and Black Adam in it. With a digital polar bear.
And maybe a good one. I mean, I would tell you
at it all.
We're breaking up a little bit. I don't know if that was you or my internet, but no, I was going to say that in the MCU, Santa Claus is an actual character, or not in the MCU, but in the Marvel comics, Santa Claus is a character, just like they've done with Thor and the different Greek gods and stuff. They make Santa Claus
Dracula
character. So Dracula, they do have their places. Sorry about that, Manny Uncanny. I heard that the sound was breaking up a little bit. But I just want to make everyone aware that I want to go into that a little bit more. We've got Despicable Me opening up this week, and sorry, drinking my morning beverage. I'm trying not to burp on the screen.
I see.
Oh man,
we'll do a drink here.
Manny Uncanny says the sound is off sync, kind of like an old Asian karate movie. You want to fight? I will fight you now. Oh my!
I miss those. I miss those, and those were a genre of themselves. And if you're a certain
from
age.
from that genre, and we may have to talk about this in some other type of a show, but what was the Last Dragon? I loved The Last Dragon, which was about the guy who was a fan of those type of movies, who ended up fighting the Shogun of Harlem back in the 1980s.
Oh, yeah.
That was a funny movie.
Man.
So let's move on real quick to the story.
Six Flags.
The big headline of the day is swollen feet and legs edema. No, that's not it. That's
Definitely. We're going to get into that. For members only, we're going to do the swollen legs and feet live stream after this. And it's going to be 2 hours.
Yeah, that's what we'll do.
In depth, 2 hours about.
I have to figure out. Okay, after this show, I'm going and getting rid of Bing Search, because Bing Search is what does this and puts all those ads up, and I got to get rid of it. So Six Flags merges with Cedar Fair. Yes, Six Flags merges with Cedar Fair to become the largest amusement park operator in North America. So Six Flags is now way bigger as far as numbers of amusement parks. I don't know about if you took all the guests to visit the Six Flags and Cedar Fair parks during the course of the year, would that end up being more guests than visit Disney? I don't know. But as far as sheer numbers, yeah, Disney has 6 parks in the United States, and Six Flags and Cedar Fair now have a combined total of 42 parks. So we're just going to read this. Six Flags Entertainment Corporation says its merger with Cedar Fair Entertainment Company has now formed the largest amusement park operator in North America, with a new combined portfolio of 42 parks across the U.S., Canada,
Wikipedia
and
says
Mexico.
51.
I don't think I even read.
Yeah,
51. Did I read that wrong?
It says 51. Yeah. Go ahead.
So okay, this might be talking about there's different properties. This one says 42 here, but there are also resorts, water parks. The merger, which was completed Monday, that's yesterday, puts the estimated value of the company at $8 billion and, quote, brings together the strengths of both companies, combining Cedar Fair's reputation for delivering exceptional guest experiences with Six Flags' innovative ride and attraction designs, according to a statement from Six Flags Entertainment Corporation. End quote. So, yeah, I mean, I think this is a great combination, because I can see that both entities had some struggles over the last decade for sure. It says our enhanced financial flexibility will enable us to invest in new rides, attractions, food and beverage options, and state-of-the-art consumer technologies. It added, these investments are designed to grow attendance, increase per capita spending, and enhance profitability, ensuring that each visit to our parks is more exciting and memorable than the last. So there is one thing that I would like to personally point out that I believe that they are missing, and that is I did not see entertainment mentioned in that. And entertainment, to me, is one of the biggest parts of going to any park. As a matter of fact, it's the part that Disney is not spending as much money on these days, and we're getting stuff like the pole dancing in Epcot. Have you seen that?
No, I'm fascinated. Tell me more.
If I can find it, I will.
I don't remember poles being in Epcot. I remember
we're getting.
Remember, I do not remember poles in Epcot Center. I remember a giant ball.
That's YouTube.
It's a small world. Animatronic people singing a song on a water ride in the dark. That's Epcot Center for me. The world of energy. The smell of 65 million years ago being pumped into a room as your theater tracks into another room. That's Epcot Center to me, right?
Yeah. I'm not even sure. When was it? The other day that I got this footage. If I can find it, I'm going to bring it up because it's kind of funny.
Do they
Oh,
still
here it
have
is.
the
Here it
water?
is. Here it is.
Do they still have the water
They still have
spouts?
what?
The water spouts. The water
Yes, they
spouts.
do have. They have the water spouts. They are in front of Journey into the Imagination, and I was very, very concerned about the possibility of them going away with Journey of Water coming in, but they have not gone away. So this is the entertainment offering currently at Epcot. They are on a merry-go-round looking thing doing pole dancing.
Okay, I
And
see
I'm
what you
not
mean.
kidding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, you're right. Well,
Yeah, I do not
I mean,
understand how
what?
this has any place in Epcot.
Look at what those girls think they're doing.
And we
Is
broke up again.
Cirque du Soleil. They're like, no, this is Cirque du Soleil. I don't really know where the Cirque du Soleil ends and the pole dancing begins. But yeah, I see what you mean. That's all.
Well, let me put it this time. Let me put it this way. They are spread eagle. Yeah. They're just spread eagle through half the show.
Okay. Well, I mean, like,
and they don't have much of an audience.
They don't, do they?
No, there's only about 15 people watching. 15, 20.
Is anybody wanting to come see this closer? No, not right here. Okay.
No, they nobody's getting close. I want to say another view of this. Let me see if I can find it real quick because I think it's right after.
Okay.
Some photographs.
Honestly, Ron, you're an actor. You're an actor. These girls are actresses. They're told there's this thing. Go out there, make the best of this spinny thing. What more can these girls do? They've taken ballet, they've taken dance, they've seen a few pole dances in their life. They're really only trying to do their best. What's failing here is
there's nothing.
That's all they can do. The only thing they can do with this metal sphere is make it look like a pseudo pole dance. So I don't fault the performers at all, really. What can they do?
Oh, no. There's nothing wrong with the performance. Even the performance.
No, right.
Show, obviously, I'll never fault a performer. They,
and
they're just trying to pay their way through college. Exactly.
Or whatever. Right.
80s bands here.
They're set to fail. What we're saying is they're very pretty girls, dancers, are being set up to fail because what is this spinny ball thing? I don't know. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
It's just very, very different. Here's where I get the idea of it. The idea of it is that Epcot has kind of been known in the past for having some very different and unusual entertainment. So I have no issue whatsoever with that kind of stuff. But it's not different and unusual is fine. But somebody, I think there was a failure on somebody's part, maybe to not see. Oh, hey, that might kind of look like pole dancing.
Well,
so that could be it.
I think what you were saying is like, Ron, you like the interactions with live people, with dudes in costume, cast members. You like that one-on-one, like bump into, oh, hey, look, it's Cinderella. Hey, look, it's the genie from Aladdin, right? That is set up. That and so like you feel like you're mixing with Disney. When you show that photo again, if you don't mind. They've set this thing up. It's a little performance. They've put up a rope. And they've literally separated the performers from the audience. So the audience feels detached from this thing. They can't interact with them. I know that this is a show and this is supposed to be it's different from the interaction, but it does seem super awkward and half-baked. Awkward, half-baked. How much is a ticket to Epcot?
$176.
Okay.
Yeah, $176 for one day to Epcot. It varies because of the time of the year now. So it could be 165, it could be 176. It depends on
Yeah.
the day of the year now.
I live next to Francis Park. You've probably been there. It's in South St. Louis. It's a beautiful place.
But getting back to the
Go ahead. Go ahead.
wait. So say which park again, because it broke up a little bit.
I live next to a park where on Saturdays there's organized yoga class, and I can just walk a few blocks. I don't have to pay $176. I can see practically the same thing for free. So that was my joke. That was my only point. Go ahead.
Yeah, the park in Chesterfield. Do they still have the carousel? Can't remember the name of the park. Trying to remember. There's a park they used to have. It was like their big selling point to go into that park, but it was a carousel.
I think they do. Yeah, carousel. Yeah, I think they do. Definitely. But that's not.
Epcot has become a lot like a especially when you walk into Epcot now and you go past Spaceship Earth, they don't have Fountain of Nations anymore, which was huge in that plaza. They don't have any water feature in the main hub of Epcot anymore. It is all planters and tables and electronic jacks to jack your devices into and charge. It very much looks like it has become the type of park that you would go to for free, whether that's Forest Park in St. Louis, Central Park, whatever. It looks like a free community park. It really does.
Yeah.
And I'm not even kidding about that. The only time it does it is maybe when the things light up at night.
You're saying that the Epcot Center that I remember from my childhood, when you walk past Spaceship Earth, and that all the different nations are around a giant like central lagoon, they got rid of that water.
They did. So what happens is when you go, the lagoon and the nations, those are all still there. The World Showcase is fairly much the same as it used to be. What used to be called Future World is not called Future World anymore. They have divided that into 3 sections where you have, if you go into the center part, they call it World Celebration. And all that's in World Celebration is Spaceship Earth, which is fine. And then you go behind it and it looks like a park. So they call it World Celebration. You have the Communicore Hall, which is basically an empty cafeteria that sells very little food. Then you have the stage area and the outdoor show. And that's it. So, and Journey of Water. But Journey of Water, technically Journey of Water, even though it takes the place of an old Communicore building, it is in World Nature. And then on the other side, you have World Nature, which there's one thing about World Nature that I think is convoluted, and that's Journey into the Imagination, which has nothing to do with nature whatsoever. They need to change it. My idea is change it into Journey of Light. It looks like a prism anyway. The building Journey into the Imagination looks like a giant prism. Journey of Light would be the obvious choice for that, or something along those lines. And then you have World Discovery on the other side, and that's got the Test Track and the Mars and the Guardians of the Galaxy and all that kind of stuff. And they kind of themed Guardians of the Galaxy to make sense to go in. The theming doesn't matter much because the ride is awesome. So it's perfectly fine. But anyway, I wanted to get back to the merger real quick. Let me see. I've got this. Yeah. All right. So real quick on this merger, what makes a big...
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, so I was just going to say, let's read a little bit more. Cedar Fair, prior to the merger, said that it what happened? What did I hit? Oh, there it is. Okay. Cedar Fair, prior to the merger, said it operated 11 regional amusement parks, 4 water parks, and 2 sports destinations. Those included Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio, a roller coaster enthusiast destination, Dorney Park in Pennsylvania, Kings Dominion in Virginia, and Knott's Berry Farm in California, among others. do. Six Flags Entertainment Corporation says Richard Zimmerman, the president and CEO of Cedar Fair, will carry over his role to the new combined company, while Six Flags president and CEO Selim Basul will become the executive chairman of its board of directors. So with that combination and that type of leadership, I think they've got a chance to do something really good with the parks. And because they have combined efforts, I'm really hoping that these local parks that have been struggling for the last decade, you see what's happening with Disney, right? Disney has been struggling the last 5 years. Well, they've been going downhill. I don't know about struggling, but they've been going downhill in the quality that they're presenting to the guests. At the same time, Universal's building Epic Universe, a brand new park here in Orlando that's going to be amazing. And I don't know how much of a share of the audience that's going to take, but it's going to take some. And now the economy is not great. We'll just say not great. And people are having a lot more challenges affording to be able to travel. I'm thinking that this is a great opportunity to really plus up all the parks so that maybe people aren't so forced to travel so far away from their homes to have a Disney type of vacation. And maybe we'll see a resurgence of these parks. What do you think?
I drove past the Six Flags yesterday, and what Six Flags has to their advantage is, particularly in the Midwest, you can go on a vacation, a driving vacation. You don't have to commit to Florida or California. You can do other things and hit a park in a day. Keep going. The other advantage that Six Flags has in my area is it's easier to get into, it's easier to park, it's cheaper, and it's easier to leave. So that does attract families and park visitors. And I think that, like you were saying, these parks are diverse. They're all over North America. There's parks in Canada, Mexico. I just read that they're going to open a park in Saudi Arabia next year. And the combined Cedar Fair Six Flags company will operate 300 roller coasters.
Wow.
So when it comes to Walt Disney World, Walt Disney World dominates certain areas of entertainment and park going experience, obviously. And then in that respect, the roller coaster world will be owned by Cedar Fair Six Flags. I like how they get to keep their name. That makes sense.
Yeah. People understand the Six Flags branding, and I've always
that makes sense.
I've always loved like Kings Island and those parks.
61.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you ever been to Daran Lake?
No, I have not.
Do you know Daran Lake?
I've heard of it. I've never been. No, we're losing some of the audio.
Concerts. Oh no.
We lost a little bit of your audio, but the funny thing, we don't have any of the Six Flags parks here in Orlando. We have SeaWorld and Universal and Disney, and then smaller parks, and we've got so much that Six Flags would never consider putting a park here. Cedar Fair, the company won't, and they've got one up in Atlanta, so it's not that far away. But I definitely want to talk more with you about parks, and we might do a later show, not necessarily today, but I'm kind of wanting to set up a Tuesday chat show even in the evenings with you, and I'm trying to make sure that I can get my schedule cleared on Tuesday nights so that we can talk about things like this, especially parks that are often overlooked by people. Silver Dollar City is a great park, but I think it's overlooked. And of course, Dollywood is fabulous.
It's really
neat. There's so many other destinations that I think, especially now, people are going to be looking towards. And like I said, partly because of the economy and partly because Disney, let's just say that they need to do some things to build back their reputation that they've lost with a certain segment of the audience, at least for a little while now. Do you have any final thoughts before we head out the door?
Yeah. I would remind Six Flags and Cedar Fair in the future that I visited Disney World and I loved Disney World and Epcot as a kid. But this is the most important thing. Six Flags is where I rode my first roller coasters. So Disney World cannot compete in the sense of my childhood nostalgia, my fondness and my memories for the 1980s, the late 70s and the 80s being at parks like Six Flags. So if that is my experience, then every day, starting today and in the future, when a kid walks into a Six Flags property, you have an opportunity to really set that kid into the future, loving roller coasters, loving parks, because in my experience and Ron's experience, we didn't go to Disney World first. We went to Six Flags first. We went to Disney World second, right? And so make sure that you realize that's your future. That kid he's high enough to get on the roller coaster.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I would even say this beyond the roller coasters. And by the way, I don't know, I was there when being barely tall enough at the time it opened to ride the Screaming Eagle the first year that it opened. And that was, oh my gosh, the anticipation and the fascination, my being a little kid and you seeing this big giant coaster and getting on it for the first time, that excitement stays with you for life. But in addition to that, there was also the entertainment, whether it was Miss Kitty's Saloon or the Palace Show. I remember sitting in the Palace Show as a 5-year-old going, I'm going to be on that stage one day. And sure enough, when I was 20 years old, I was on that stage doing a show and had my first quote unquote fans. It was an awesome experience. And I think that Six Flags and Cedar Fair have an opportunity to bring that back as well with entertainment. So it can be done. And certainly there's a plethora of entertainers out there waiting to audition for such things. So, look at that. And then also look at more immersive theming, because they have the opportunity to do that locally. So people don't have to be like, oh, I got to go all the way to Universal to see Harry Potter World, or all the way to Disney to see the Pandora. You could bring, especially with DC, you could bring more immersive DC worlds into Six Flags, and I think that would be very, very cool as well. But on that note, let's see. Did I ever go to Worlds of Fun? I want to answer a couple questions from the chat, and then we're going to take it away. Let's see. Did I ever go to Worlds of Fun? I've not. But I believe that they are one of the parks owned by the Cedar Fair Corporation now under that. Let's see. Have you been to Worlds of Fun, Matt? In Kansas City? Uh-oh, Matt froze.
I have not. I saw that come in and I'm like, we haven't been there. That we haven't.
Oh, we got some internet issues going on.
Live concerts, Ron. New Kids on the Block.
Yes, the live concerts.
Remember that?
Because of the live concerts, and this was very cool. Real quick, and I'm going to share this, but I got to get out of here. Thanks, Fairbricks, for coming in. Wayne sharing out some channels there. I got to go see Vince Gill in 1992 at Six Flags, but this is the cool part of that. I also happened to be doing a Vince Gill solo in the show in 1992. So I did the solo called Liza Jan, one of Vince Gill's songs, and we had it on tape because, we had a VHS home copy of me being taped on the show, and I took that VHS copy to Mr. Gill, and he signed it for me. So I got to meet him, and what a great experience that was. And I don't know that those experiences exist anymore, but that will always be solidified in my mind. By the way, he's a great person, very nice, very generous for doing such a thing. And it was I'll never forget, Milli Vanilli also did a concert that year at Six Flags.
Oh, wow.
I'm assuming it was pre-recorded.
Wow.
But it was funny to watch Milli Vanilli walking around, because there were these two short black model guys walking around, and they had a giant like a 7-foot tall, beefy white guy security guard with them when they were walking around the park, and it was funny to see that year. But yeah, those were great experiences. I got to get going for the day. Thank you, Matt. Let people know where they can find you, what they can look for from you.
My latest story, Starseed and the Beaver King, is out now. You can find it online at the riverhillstraveler.com. Check it out. It's a lot of fun. Thanks.
The riverhillstraveler.com.
Riverhillstraveler.
There you go.
.com.
And and
you can follow me on X at Ozark_Matt.
Oh, okay. So X on Ozark_Matt. Thank you, Manny. Thank you, Fairbrooks, Jeremy, 80s Man. All of the people in the chat, Hitchhiking Bones, Disney Secret Kingdom. Appreciate you all coming in today for the Daily Dish. And we're going to head over. If you're rating into culture, please let culture know that you're rated in from Follow the Bradley's Fun. And on that note, I am going to say we will see you real soon. Bye, everybody. Ciao.
Bye, Ron.